Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine. Today we're going to do another great workout you can do in your home, a circuit training using upper body, lower body, core, balance, and getting a full body workout with very minimal equipment. Remember to come into these workouts warmed up and ready to move. 5 to 10 minutes of a cardio workout just to get your heart rate up, get your muscles warmed up, and get your mind ready for some movement. We are going to need one heavier dumbbell, one set of lighter weight dumbbells, a fit ball, and cones or a couple balance discs, just something to target. We're not going to stand on them, just something for you to reach out for a balance activity. Okay, so we're going to start today with a lat overhead exercise on the ball. So we're going to roll out to a bridge and have your shoulders and head resting comfortably on top of that ball, lifting those hips so that you have a nice flat line from your knees to your shoulders. We're going to hold that dumbbell in both hands, start with it straight overhead, bring it overhead like this, and then back up. Nice and slowly. You want to keep your arms straight throughout the entire exercise. Now, if you feel like this is too much, obviously go find a lighter weight now, or you can also bend your elbows and just make that lever a little bit shorter, but I'm keeping that same angle in my elbows. So this is a longer lever, it's going to be more difficult, but you can make that angle just a little bit shorter and kind of shorten up that range of motion just a little bit. 2 more. Keep those hips nice and tall. Make sure you're breathing. And last one. Good. Slowly sit up. Make sure you're not dizzy or lightheaded or anything, and then we'll put that weight off to the side. Okay, now we're going to use the ball. If you don't have a ball, you can use, just do the bridge on the floor for that last one. And this one you can just do a wall sit. So kind of get down into a seated position on that wall with your back against the wall and then hold it. So for the ball sit, you want to start with the ball low on your back. Sit your hips back and push up through your heels. As you press up, think about squeezing your glutes. Keep your knees straight over your ankles. Don't let them collapse towards the middle. And also don't let them go forward over your toes. You want to keep them straight, right over those ankles, pushing your weight up through your heels. Squeeze those glutes. If you do have any knee pain with this, the glute squeezing can help. But the angle of this with your pushing your weight into this does help this to be an exercise that you can do if you do have knee pain. You can also limit your range of motion as always. You could just go to there, squeeze those glutes to come up. 1 more, and rest. Okay. Next, we're going to grab that lighter weight set of dumbbells that I talked about. And we're going to do lateral raises. So if you would like to, we could add a little balance challenge to this by doing a tandem stance or a staggered stance, or you can just stand and really focus on your shoulders. We're going to let them come up to your sides like that. Breathing. Only come up to just below the height of your shoulders. I'm going to put my other foot in front here. Nice and slowly keep that head in a good neutral position. Shoulders down. Don't let your shoulders come up as you're doing the exercise. Also, if you're having any shoulder pain with this, you can bring it out just a little bit to the diagonal and see if that helps. Or you could bend your elbows again and make that lever even shorter. All those variations are helpful if you're having any type of pain. 1 more. And rest. Good. Set those down with good form, just like you picked them up. And now we're going to lower down to the floor onto your hands and knees. We're going to do a hip extension. So you want your hands directly beneath your shoulders, your knees directly beneath your hips, and you want your head in neutral. So you kind of tuck your chin and just look straight down so that your head stays straight, so that your spine is straight all the way up and down. Now we're going to stick one leg out straight, lift, just so that it's in line with the rest of your body, and lower. Try not to touch your toe down. Your goal is to keep your back nice and flat here and just isolate in that small range of motion. You don't need to lift it higher than that because then you start to engage other muscles and we're really just focusing on the glutes here. Keep breathing, keep your tummy nice and tight. Nice and slowly up and down. All right, now we'll switch sides. Put the other leg out straight. Lift all the way so that it's just in line with your body. It's not a very large movement. If you feel yourself doing this, you're really turning, then you know it's too much. So you should be able to keep everything else in neutral, nice and stable. Breathing, tummy nice and tight. Remember to keep your head in neutral. And rest. After this, it always feels good to kind of sit back in child's pose, stretch your shoulders, stretch your back, stretch those glutes. And rest. Okay, we're going to stay on the floor and do a side plank. So I'm going to have you do these on your elbow today. You want to really tuck that elbow in under your shoulders so that it's straight down, not out like that. That's much harder, and it can be harder on your shoulder joint too. You want your body weight to go straight down through that elbow. Now, in the side plank, you want to think about stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips, and keeping everything in a nice line. Now, you can stack your feet and hold it like this. We're going to go for 30 seconds here. Or you can put one foot in front, whichever feels most comfortable, I guess you could say. It's not like a comfortable position. You can also, if it's getting to be too difficult, put that bottom knee down and then reposition so that everything is in a good line. You want your hips stacked right on top of each other, shoulders, so that you're not leaning forward like this. Keep them all nice and straight. And rest. Now we're going to switch sides. I'm going to give my screen a little love there so it doesn't go dark on me. Okay, start with that elbow underneath your shoulder. We're going to push up. Everything's nice and straight here. Even my head is in line here with the rest of my body, so I'm not looking down like this or doing something weird. I want to keep my neck happy. Remember, then you can put one foot in front if that feels a little bit easier. And then, of course, you can put that bottom knee down. Just still keep everything nice and straight here. You're just shortening that lever. Still working all the same muscles. And rest. Good. Okay, now we're going to stand up for our last exercise, so make sure that you're not lightheaded. Get up nice and slowly. Kind of take breaks in those different postures and stand up with good form. All right, I'm going to move my camera up a little bit. And we're going to do a standing single leg stance cone tap. I need to raise that up a little bit higher. Cone or disc or cups. I've used cups in the past, just so you have something to aim for. So I'm going to have you stand on one foot. I'm going to put these about a foot apart, maybe a little further. And I want you to tap on the front one and then tap on the side one. So we're going, bringing your foot back and forth each time. My camera isn't allowing you to see everything I want you to see here. So I'm going to scoot back a little bit. We're going to go for 30 seconds. So I want you to tap the front, bring it center, tap back. So they're just out to the side a little bit. If you're having difficulty with this, make sure you're standing next to a wall or a counter or something that you can hang on to. And if you need to reach out and tap and then put your foot down, tap, put your foot down, that's okay. That's a good variation to be able to do it to begin with. Work on it for about 30 seconds on one side. And then we're going to switch sides. So I'm going to make mine a little bit further away from me to make it a little bit more challenging. So I'm going to reach out and back. So they're just about a foot away from each other. Tap out to the side, bring your foot back. Out to the side, bring your foot back. Like I said, if you need to, you can tap and then come back to center each time. That's a good variation, like I said. Challenge yourself. It can be really challenging staying on one leg for this long because all of those muscles are having, this is a stabilizing kind of practice here, being able to hold your weight on one leg for so long. All right, that's it. Shake those hips out. Make sure, go through these 1 or 2 more times. Add some cardio in between and make sure you do some good stretches and cool down at the end. Please let me know if you have any questions, if you need any variations or substitutions on any of these exercises, and have a great workout. Thank you, everybody.